If you want to impress someone who normally wouldn't give a rat's you-know-what about your coin or currency collection, well, you're going to want to watch this video. So, for those of you who don't know, this is my United States currency typeset album, and it has been way too long since I've updated it. But I've got a ton of really cool stuff to add to it, so I think it'll have been worth the wait. Now, for those of you who are new here, what I'm trying to do here is collect one example of every single bill the United States has ever printed, from like the modern $20 bill that you have in your wallet to things like this, and this. Absolutely beautiful. And that's what I'm talking about in terms of impressing your friends and family that don't really care about coin collecting. If you want to show them and explain to them why you're so passionate about this hobby, or you want to get them into it themselves, this is the way to do it, and you'll see why. So the main thing that we're going to be doing in today's video is looking at all of the new notes that I got and adding them to the collection. Quick sneak peek, but you're gonna have to wait to see them. And we're gonna go through the entire collection so anybody who's new here can get a sense of where I'm at in the collection, what I'm still missing, and just sort of get a chance to look at the beauty of it. I mean, it is an absolutely spectacular collection. But we are also going to be structurally changing the album for the first time by adding a second album. Yes, I bought a second one of these giant albums because, frankly, this collection is bursting at the seams. And what I'm going to be doing is dividing them into two albums, one with the large size horse blanket notes and one with the more modern small size currency. If you guys think you have a better way of organizing it or dividing it, let me know in the comments below, because I definitely would appreciate hearing your thoughts. Anyway, why don't we start off with just taking a look at the collection. We'll do a quick run through. We're not going to go real deep into everything, but take a look. First thing we have is a page of fractional currency. If you don't know what fractional currency is, you should definitely check out my video on the topic. You can check it out in the card over here or in the notes. Now, this isn't the main focus of my collection, so it's pretty weak here, but eventually, as I start to fill out my other collection, the rest of the collection, I will start to focus more on that. I have a couple of the large $1 bills, including the iconic Black Eagle. I've got a $1 Red Seal US note, and we've got national currency from Chicago. It's in great shape. Regular old horse blanket silver certificate. And you'll see throughout the album, I actually have several of these State Bank of New Brunswick notes that my good friend Jason, who's also a Patreon patron, sent to me because he knew that I went to Rutgers in New Brunswick, New Jersey. So that is sort of my symbol of the local banks that are going to be in here. I also have a full page of the $1 small size currency, as well as the second page, including the beautiful Hawaii note and the super rare experimental notes with the R and the S for regular and special. Some more of the modern notes of bar note, a web note. We've got $2 bills, State Bank of New Brunswick, and a United States Red Seal. Really nice. A bunch of Red Seal $2 bills of various types. The $2 bicentennial with the stamp on it. If you know, you know. And yes, we even have a $3 bill from the State Bank of New Brunswick. $5 bill from the Confederacy, $5 United States note, Red Seal. We've also got the national currency brown seal, $5. We've got $5 gold certificate, silver certificate North Africa note, $5 red seal and blue seal, more modern stuff, some $10 bills as well, more $10 bills. We've got the $20 gold seal and the Federal Reserve note, $20 bill. We've got the gold $20 note in addition to the national currency brown seal for 20 bucks. The two modern ones. We've got $50 bills. You'll notice I don't keep the modern versions of the 50 or 100 just because, frankly, it's expensive to just have a $50 bill and a $100 bill sitting there that are just, modern and not worth over face value. These are also still expensive. I mean, take a look at this. Even if you just go by face value, we're looking at $350 tied up in these notes. Obviously, they're worth more than that, but it's a little bit expensive to just hold on to that. The whole collection is quite expensive. So anyway, that's basically the start of it. If you want to see more details, obviously you can see the other videos in this series. But I'm going to do the division now into the two albums, and then we are going to add the new notes, so stay tuned. And through the power of YouTube magic, we've got the two albums separated. We've got the large size over here and the small size over here. Now we're only going to be adding small size today, so let's just take a quick peek at the large size and see how the album looks all together before we start adding the new stuff. So I also decided to put the small stuff with the large stuff. I don't really know why, it just felt like it fit. But take a look, we've got the large size ones, another large size ones, The 2s, okay, I'm already really happy with how this looks. I think the flow is actually much better. The 5s, I just realized we don't actually have any 10s. We've got these 20s over here. And then now we have a bunch of extra pages because the album came with extra pages. But I've actually been getting a lot of these bills, especially the ones that we're gonna be adding from Whatnot. And if you don't know what Whatnot is, it is an incredible live video auction app in which bidders and sellers come together in real time to buy and sell all sorts of cool collectibles. Obviously, I'm mostly into coins and precious metals, but they've got everything. If you collect it, it's on Whatnot. And if you use my link, whatnot.com/invite/silverpicker to download the app, they'll give you $15 in Whatnot credit to spend on anything you want, whether at one of my auctions or anyone else's. And by the way, if you don't want to wait, you can go right now to my Whatnot shop and grab yourself a silver Walking Liberty $50. So you can effectively get one for free. Plus, there's tons and tons of other cool stuff on the platform, so you gotta check it out. Anyway, let's take a look at the new stuff that I just got off of Whatnot, and we'll add it to our album. Okay, so let's take a look at what I got, and then we'll put it in the album. So first off, I got 3 Hawaii notes, the 5, the 10, and the 20. Now, I didn't actually get these off of Whatnot. I got these from my good friend Jason. We did a big trade. So we've got the 5, the 10, and the 20. And these are really cool. If you are new to collecting, this is like one of the coolest numismatic stories out there. So you can see it says Hawaii, and on the reverse, it has a giant overprint, Hawaii. And basically, the reason why the government did this was during World War II, the US was worried that the Japanese would take over Hawaii and basically steal all of the US money that was there and use it against us, use our own money against us. So they printed these Hawaii notes so that they'd be able to demonetize all the currency instantly and make sure that the Axis powers were not able to use our own money against us. So this is really, really cool. So those are the first 3 notes. The next are 2 $10 notes that I did get off of Whatnot. This one is super, super cool. This is a gold certificate. And what that meant, by the way, is you've heard of silver certificates and gold certificates. So basically a silver certificate was a bill that you could trade for silver. So if you had a $1 silver certificate, you could trade it for $1 in silver. Now this is a gold certificate. So you could trade this bill for $10 in gold coin. So a $10 gold coin or an eagle. Now the sad thing is that this bill cost me about $100. But if the person would have taken this to the bank at that time and gotten themselves an eagle instead of being a $100 $10 bill, it would be a $1,500 or $2,000 gold coin. So it's not in great shape, but look, I'm a simple collector. I'm not like a big shot, right? I don't have endless money to spend on this stuff. So I just like how it looks. I think it's beautiful. It's a fun way to flip through history and really enjoy it. And it doesn't matter to me that, like, you know, this bill is almost fully cut in half. So this one is a $10 silver certificate. You can see here it says silver certificate, and over here it says gold certificate. So you've got the silver certificate and the gold certificate right next to each other. And this is not a regular silver certificate, by the way. This is a North Africa note. So this is very similar to this note, actually, and it was done for the same reason. This was to be used in the North Africa theater in World War II, and this was to be used in the Pacific theater in World War II. So anyway, those are really cool. And then the last thing I'm adding is another fractional currency. This is from 1874, and it's a 10-cent fractional note. So these are the new things that I got, and I'm really, really happy with it. I love that I've finally completed the Hawaii set of bills, because I already have the 1. So I've got the 1, the 5, the 10, and the 20. And I added another North Africa note. I still need the North Africa 20, and these are really expensive and hard to come by. So I do have the $20, and now I have the 10. So I'm pretty stoked about that. I don't yet have the 50. So let's start adding things. Oh, I lied. I said we weren't adding anything to the large album, but I'll add that one over there. You guys don't need to watch that, right? So here is another question for you guys that I would love to hear in the comments. So, should I continue keeping it by denomination, or should I keep it by series? Meaning, what looks better? Having the $1 Hawaii here with the $1 R and the $1 S experimental notes and the regular silver certificate? Or should I have it as the whole series on one page? Please let me know in the comments, because I am driving myself crazy trying to figure this out. I don't know what to do. So for now, I'm going to keep it in the order it's in, which means putting this with the 5s, this with the 10s, and this with the 20s. So let's do that. And for those of you who've been wondering how I actually preserve these, what I do is I take a thin inner sleeve and I put it in like this, right? So I put it in from top to bottom, upside down almost, the way that you would intuitively do it. And I got this from my trading card hobby. So now I've got it locked on the top, and then I slide it in over here, and now it's locked on the bottom. So it's almost like a hermetic seal, and we've got, you know, protection from the top and the bottom. So we've got ourselves another 5. Take a look at that. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 $5 bills in the small size, plus the 1, 2, 3, 4 of the more modern ones. So we've got 13 $5 bills, not too shabby. All right, let's do the 10. All right, looking pretty good. Also, I should probably get the one that's right before this issue. I mean, it's only $10, right? It's not a big deal. Okay, let's add our, oh wow, we forgot 2 of the other 10s. I can't believe it. We got the $10 gold certificate and the $10 North Africa note. All right, let's get those in there. Jeez. Anyway, now take a look at that. We've got starting in 1928, going through 1929, 1934, and continuing down all the way. I had that in such bad order. I don't know what was up with that. All right, so let's add our last bill, which is this year 20. And it looks like I've got other stuff in weird orders also. We're gonna fix that and see how we do. All right, take a look. We've got the 20s now all situated very nicely. So now what I need to know from you guys is, what do I focus on next? Do I try and fill out the rest of the small size notes? Well, you know, I'm really getting pretty far along on these, right? Like, I am almost at a complete set of small size banknotes. So do I go for the complete set? Or should I start focusing and shifting my focus to the large size stuff, which honestly is more beautiful and they're higher value though and higher cost. So what do you guys think? Put it in the comments. Anyway, if you guys are interested in doing this along with me, I encourage you to do it. It is the best way to collect. Collecting typesets, it's fun, it's diverse, it's varied, and it's something that your friends and family who don't give a rat's you know what about coin collecting will even enjoy and really be impressed by. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I make videos about coin collecting and precious metals investing and currency collecting every single week, so you best hit that big old red subscribe button and follow along for more. You don't want to miss it. And plus, you'll be doing a good service to the entire numismatic community by helping me grow this channel. So stay tuned, and until then, Silver Picker out.
A huge thank you to all of my wonderful patrons. You guys are amazing. If you're not yet a patron and want to become one, the links are below, and I can't wait to meet you in our private Discord server.